Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I wanted to make this video today to talk about anxiety, how to heal and grow from it, and become a new creation within yourself. When I was younger, I used to have extremely bad anxiety to the point where I didn't want to get on public transportation. I didn't want to go to sporting events, parties, anything like that that involved a large crowd of people or a lot of noise. It was always something that I feared. And I never really understood why I didn't like it. It's just, I would tell myself that I was an introvert who didn't like to be around a lot of people and noise. But in all actuality, it's because I cared so much about what other people thought, really. And I could see how that crippled me in so many ways and kept me from so many opportunities that I could have had if I would have just faced my fears and went out there, met people, networked with people, and grew my network. The lesson that I had to learn, that fear was keeping me pretty much in a tiny prison that I made for myself. And I see so many young women do this today. And sometimes it's easy when you isolate yourself to get into really abusive relationships with others, whether it's friends or romantic relationships, because you don't have any protection. You don't have any family that you're close to or friends that you're close to tell you the truth and to help protect you, right? Because that's what family really is for. Love, protection, guidance, wisdom, to help you through your life journey with letting you know their experiences and helping you with yours. But a lot of times we cut ourselves off from those things when we isolate ourselves, when we let anxiety get the best of us, right? So this was something that I had to learn myself, and I'm going to tell you how I got out of that. The first thing I had to learn is to never prioritize someone else's feelings, thoughts, and emotions about me over my own, right? Because it's so easy for us to be like, oh, this person doesn't like me. I gotta know why. I gotta know what I can do to change their mind. I gotta put my best foot forward. I care about what they think because what they think is going to impact how others view me and how I personally feel about myself. So a lot of times we validate others by letting them think that their opinion of us is more important than our opinions about ourselves. And that's crazy. It's insane. So I had to learn who I was first. I had to learn that who I am will always be more important than who others say or believe or think that I am or assume that I am. Because people are always going to have assumptions about you no matter what. Like you, love you, hate you. It doesn't matter. You can't let others' opinion of you trump your opinion of yourself. So you have to learn who you are. That's the first thing I could really say. Learn who you are. Because if you know and learn yourself, no one else can tell you who you are. No one else can confuse you with their words or their thoughts about you when you know who you are. That's step one. The next thing I had to learn how to do was not to judge myself. We all in life make mistakes, and we look at mistakes as negative things, right? We look at our past and we're like, I could have done this better. I could have been smarter about this. I could have made a better decision here. And even though that may be true, beating yourself up about it and having constant regret about it is not going to help you. It's not going to help you. You could say, I could learn from this, and here's the positive out of it. And I know that sounds so cliche, like positive. It was an accident. It was a mistake. I didn't want for it to happen this way. I didn't mean for it to happen this way. But guess what? Something good comes out of everything. It could look real ugly, but something beautiful has come out of it. Even if it's just a lesson made you smarter, sharper, faster, more intelligent, wiser, that is something positive that has come out of it. So you got to stop judging yourself, forgive yourself, and be in acceptance of what you have done in order to go further. I know so many grown people, 40s, 50s, 60s, I'm talking about, and they've never forgiven their younger self. So they're living in a perpetual past. They're living in the past of anger, jealousy, hate, envy, regret. These are the most unhappiest people that you'll meet because they don't know how to move forward from their past decisions. And I can promise you that the biggest thing I learned how to do is forgive my past, forgive myself. People always want to say, oh, you have to forgive others. You need to learn how to forgive self. You have to learn how to love yourself, because without that, you're never ever gonna grow. You're never gonna mature. You're never gonna get to the next level unless you forgive your past. Big step number 2. All right, next. Okay, step 3 for me is having a goal that you are working towards. Not an easy, simple goal, but a big, real, difficult goal. And the reason this is important is because a lot of our mental space is wasted. But people don't understand that with a mental space in your brain, when you're not utilizing that space, it doesn't stay empty. It gets filled with other things. It gets filled with TV, entertainment, celebrity gossip, whatever's going on in the world. Whatever's happening in the world, you're talking about Nick Cannon and all his kids and all the mothers of the children he has. You're talking about your best friend's boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, whatever the drama is, you're zoomed in on that, and it's taking up that mental space capacity that you're not using for anything else. So people think that, oh, if I'm not working on anything, that's okay. That is so false. When you're not working on a goal that takes your mental strength and capacity, you're going to fill that mental space with something else. And a lot of times, whatever you're filling up that space with, it's not conducive to your life goal. So what it's going to do is cause you more anxiety because you're focusing on everyone else's life. When you're focusing on everyone else's life and not your own, what you are doing is telling yourself inadvertently that you're not important, that you're not the most important thing in your life, that you're not the most important person in your life. And when you do that, it's planting seeds of self-doubt, is planting seeds of lack of self-love within yourself. And so many people don't realize this, and they're wondering why they're depressed and they're on antidepressant medications. It's because you're not growing, right? We're meant to grow. We're meant to expand. We're meant to help others. When you're not doing these things, you're shrinking yourself. And when you shrink yourself, you don't feel loved. You don't feel like you respect yourself. You don't feel growth and expansion. So you don't feel the abundance. And what's the opposite of abundance in life? Lack. So the feelings of lack, of self-doubt, of self-love, that's what's being planted and grown within, which causes more anxiety, more worryation, more depression. People always talk about depression. If you break down the word, depression means that you're not expressing yourself. So you're depressed because you're not expressed, right? And what does it mean to express yourself? Expressing yourself is creation, is growth. Expressing yourself means expressing your creativity, whatever that may be, whatever that creativity that you personally have, your talent, whatever that is. I don't care if it's writing a book. I don't care if it's speaking. I don't care if it's singing, dancing, whatever your level of talent is in your expression that was given to you by our God. You're not fulfilling that role. So when you're not fulfilling it, you're depressed because you're not expressing what was given to you. So a big part of having a goal in life is working all of your energy towards that goal to become your best self. When you don't do it, you have that anxiety, you have that depression. So that is the third thing that I'm like, hey, guys, have a hard goal and work all your energy and mental capacity towards that so you're not wasting it on small, minute things that don't get you to where you need to go in life. Okay, we're getting to the end because I didn't want this to be too long. Okay. Step 4 that we don't talk about enough is changing your environment. So you know what your shortcomings are. I'm speaking to each individual depending on your own shortcoming, right? Because I could have a shortcoming of maybe the type of friends that I have. I could have a shortcoming of the type of food that I'm eating, of lack of going to the gym, of lack of self-education in whatever area I need to grow in. You know what you're lacking, right? So that specifically, I can't tell you if you need to stop drinking or stop smoking or stop having casual sex with random people, because only you know where you're falling short in that area. But you have to change your environment, meaning whatever it is that you know, and you know, we all innately know, we all have intuition, whether you choose to listen to it or not is on you, but you know what you need to change, right? You know who you need to disassociate with. You know who you need to get out of your life, right? Only you know that. I can't tell you what friends you need to cut off, what romantic relationship you need to cut off. Whatever is making you worse and not better, you need to cut it off. That's what I mean when I say change your environment. Whatever is making you worse, making you drink more, smoke more, hate yourself more because they're talking down to you or calling you stupid. That's a big one. Saying you're not worthy. That's a big one. Cut those people out of your life. If it's causing you to eat junk food every single day and you know you're getting big and obese, cut it out of your life. Whatever it is, change that environment into a new environment. If your house is filthy, clean it up. Whatever it is. If you're being sexually harassed at your job, if you're being physically abused, whatever environment that's in, that's a sick environment and you need to get out. There's always a way out. I know if it feels like there's never a way out of a situation when you're in it. I have been there. I have been in situations and I'm like, I don't see a way out. I really don't. Like I'm just stuck here. And so many of us never change in life because we feel stuck and stagnant in the spot we are in, and we think there's no way out. And all we try to do is self-medicate. And the way we try to self-medicate is, it could be with the drugs that we get from the doctor who tells us antidepressants are the way to go. It could be when we're trying to smoke it away, drink it away, or entertain it away by constantly scrolling on social media. There are a million different ways that we try to self-medicate. There are people that like to cut themselves. There are people who like to have sex constantly to numb the pain, or watch porn constantly to numb the pain. And it never works. It's like a gaping hole that never gets full, right? I've been there. I have been there, so I'm speaking from experience. And I'm telling you that changing your environment is a large step in how you get out of that cycle of death and low self-esteem and anger and hate and jealousy and envy and anxiety and depression and resentment and worryation. It's a gaping hole of just everything that you don't want, and you can get out, but I'm telling you, you have to change your environment. Now, the last and final step is a great way to learn how to change your environment. I can only tell you what has worked for me, and when I tell you that being a lover of Christ and a lover of God has helped me tremendously, I'm telling you, there was a time when I was deep in a terrible relationship with a narcissist, and this was the man who I was engaged to, and I'm like, we're about to get married and this is going to be my life partner. And when I tell you, after that engagement, the physical, not even physical, the verbal and mental torture that I was going through and abuse that I've experienced, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, this can't be what God has for me. Like, I need a way out of this. I need a way out of this union. And I separated from family, I separated from friends, and I'm like, this is my new life now. Nobody can help me. I'm basically stuck in this. And I'm like, I don't really know a way out. Like I didn't know a way out. So I literally called, I don't even know how I found this church, but you know, I just called this church because they're like, call us if you need like a prayer request. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know. So I called them, and it was like, I got the voicemail, and I'm like, how are you gonna tell us to call for a prayer request and get a voicemail? So I called, and I get the voicemail, and I'm like, okay, well, let me just leave a message and leave a number. And so I left a message, and I said my name and number, and I literally told them like the majority of what I could fit on that voicemail on the voicemail, and told them why I needed prayer. And I'm like, okay, so I'm eventually gonna get a call back or something like that. And then like a few days later, I received an email that was like, oh, your message was received, and your prayer was basically sent up. And I'm like, really? Like, they didn't even call me back? Like, this is it? Like, this is it? And when I tell you, after that, God got me out of that situation. I kid you not, my family came to get me. Out of the whole state. They literally came from across the country and picked me up and got all my stuff and helped me pack and got me out of that situation. I'm telling you, God showed up big and strong. And I felt so loved. I felt so loved. And I'm like, all I had to do was pray about it and reach out to God. A lot of us think, oh, we've done so much that we can't reach out, or we're not going to get our prayers answered. And I learned that that's not true. You got to reach out, and you got to ask for the help. So if you're here, it's not by coincidence. It's for me to share my experiences with you so you could grow, so you could learn, so you could get out of that anxiety, anger, anguish, whatever it is that you're feeling, worryation, doubt, regret, jealousy, whatever it is. You got to pray on it. Pray on it, and I promise you that it will be revealed to you what you need to do and how to get out. There's always a way of escape, but you have to ask for the help. You got to pray about it. You got to talk to God about it, because God does answer prayers. I'm a living testimony of that. And if this video helped you in any way, let me know. Let me know. I was trying not to make it too long, but these are the 5 steps that have worked for me. So let me know your experiences. Let me know what has worked for you, or if you're going to use these steps so they can work for you, and get back to me. I so want to know more. I so want to be of service and help as I can, because I was helped. So I'm trying to give back in the ways that was given to me, and I'm so grateful. So thanks for watching, and I'll be making more videos. My goal is to post twice a week. So thanks for watching.